All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on the CE show tonight. And we are going to talk about tonight what happened in football. What happened in football tonight? The NFL, obviously, today we talk about the NFL. We talk about every game. We're going to focus on some games. We're not going to focus on some games that much. We'll see. I'm going to focus on three games tonight. All right, let's talk about the game the night game between Green Bay and Atlanta. A rematch from the NFC Championship game here. Um, Atlanta. I honestly thought Green Bay was going to get some payback from last year, but damn it, man, Jordy Nelson got hurt, and Green Bay just seemed to be lost. Aaron Rodgers did not know what the hell to do. He seemed lost out there. He got hit pretty hard. Come on, Mike McCarthy. You have this is the problem with Green Bay. They can't save their lives with the secondary. It really sucks, and it sucked for a long time. And then they just don't know how to run the football. Man, they 50 times they passed the ball tonight. 50 times. They have got to run the ball. Defensively, man, last week I didn't trust their defense, and man, they did a pretty nice job against Wilson in Seattle. Tonight, this week, I trust their defense, and they completely shut the bed. What the hell, Green Bay? I might have to fly down there and have a talk with you guys. You guys are making me look bad. I'm a professional. You guys make me look bad. So tonight they get screwed. And now Atlanta beats the shit out of them. Matt Ryan, he's really doing a good job. Atlanta's really doing is one of the few, I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes. But you look at the so far the first 2 weeks from last year, and there's only a few teams who have shown signs, But anyways, we'll talk about that at the end of the finish of the show. Yes, I thought that Green Bay was going to be more motivated to try to get the win, try to get some payback from last year, getting eliminated in the NFC Championship game. But no, I thought they took a step back defensively from last week. And Mike McCarthy has got to do a better job of starting to run the football because 50 times throwing the ball, then you what the hell happened? Shit. Are we still on the am I still? Oh damn it! I thought. Okay, good. I thought something happened. Anyways, last night we had some problems. Anyways, Mike McCarthy has got to do a better job of running the football. Especially when you got your best receiver Nelson out of the game, 50 times throwing it is not going to do it. I understand you have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but still, you have got to start running. You have got to build a running game in this league, especially if you're in Green Bay, where things start getting cold in a few months, and you better have a running game. Otherwise, you may have some problems throwing the ball. In that cold weather with the snow and the wind and everything. Um, but yes, I have to give it to the Falcons. Falcons are one of the few teams who are looking pretty good from last year, especially in the NFC. The NFC is really looking shitty right now. There's a lot of 1-1 teams. Um, why the? I don't know why the screen keeps going dark. Anyway, I'm so scared. I hope I don't really want this fucking video to go. I'm having a really bad performance tonight. I apologize. It's because last night I got eliminated out of the show, and I don't want it to happen again. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Falcons are probably the team in the NFC who you go to last year, and they had a lot of success. Obviously, this year they seem to be the only team in the NFC who's having that success again. Seattle's 1-1, Green Bay's 1-1, Dallas is 1-1. Dallas looks like shit so far if you really think about it. The Falcons really the only team that are 2-1 and are a true contender at 2-0. They are the only true contender that is undefeated so far at 2 wins and 0 losses. Everybody else, like Dallas, Seattle, Green Bay, that are expected to contend for a championship this year are struggling. Yeah, you got Seattle has a lot of problems. Um, with they barely beat San Francisco tonight. They have a lot of problems. The Falcons are really the only team that's looking good in that NFC. Let's talk about my Philadelphia Eagles. I am so tired of this stupid. My Philadelphia Eagles lost tonight. If you didn't watch the game, they lost. What was it, 27-20? I believe was the final score. But damn it, man, Carson Wentz cannot throw the fucking ball. Keeps overthrowing people. Does not have accuracy. I don't know if he. I don't know. You have like wide receivers like really literally spinning around their heads, like looking for the ball. This guy's Oh my Lord, this guy, I don't understand why people are. Oh my Lord, I am so tired of Carson Wentz a little bit. I'm not like done with him, but I'm starting to get frustrated with this man. Also, Doug Peterson too. We threw the ball 45 times. Same thing as Mike McCarthy, but but then you try to develop a running game and you go out of the shotgun. Go under center. How many times do we have to go through this? I don't understand. You have got to go under center. So when the fucking the running back get to push and go straight, get the hits. I'm losing my voice. I'm getting very frustrated. Okay, so you got the guy on the shotgun, the quarterback, and then you got the receiver behind him on an I formation. Do you know what an I looks like? A, B, C. You know the song? You might want to evaluate yourself. Run out of the I formation, and then you get a head start. You're running towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, no, we're running out of the shotgun, where the guy literally hands it off. He literally cannot get a head start. We had this problem a few years ago with Murray, and now we're having it with these guys with Darren Sproles because and Smallwood and everybody else because I don't know why coaches do not understand that the most successful way to get a running game going and to continue to get it going is by running out of the I formation under center. That's an old school football rule. Put the quarterback under center. Put maybe another running back here, a tight end, I don't know, some fullback, I don't know. And then you put the runner and you have him get a head start. So when he gets the ball, he's already running towards the line of scrimmage. These first two games, I'm seeing a lot of shotgun running where it's possible, obviously, but if you're struggling and you're trying to run out of a shotgun, it's just going to make it harder to get something going. You have got, if you want to start the running game, if you want to start it, you have got to put the quarterback under center and have the running back get a head start. I don't get it why these coaches do not understand that. What is so hard about having understanding that there's a difference between running, getting a head start and running towards the line of scrimmage and then getting the ball handoff, then having to get just by the shotgun where you don't get that head start. Now, at times it can work, but for the most part, if you're trying to get the running game going, the best way is to start out of the under center where the guy has a head start towards the line of scrimmage. But yes, tonight once again offensive line struggles too. 45 times we threw the ball. Man, I am just so tired. I think Doug Peterson needs to start looking at McDonald's. He needs to start looking at some other places to work. I don't want to give up just yet on my team and this team, this personnel. But I am trying to get a little bit tired of Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has got to do a better job of throwing the passes. He's overthrowing a lot of people. Defensively, I like our front seven and whatever. The secondary, we can't do nothing about it. We have too many people hurt. That's more on the front office. They have got to go out next year and address that. Just like this year, they addressed the wide receivers. Next year, they're going to have to go address the secondary. At this moment, we can't do nothing about it. Whatever we got to work with. What frustrates me is Doug Peterson not knowing how to run the ball and Carson Wentz overthrowing guys. Those are the two things that are frustrating me right now with the Philadelphia Eagles. Doug Peterson not knowing how to develop a running game and Carson Wentz overthrowing guys. I am tired. Tonight we take another L. Shout out to the front seven. That's the only thing I like about our team, really. Our front seven. Other than that, this team sucks. But yes, whatever. Let's talk about the last game real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna go ahead real fast and talk about it. Let me go through the rest of the games, and then I'll finish it off. All right. So Houston beats Cincinnati on Thursday night. Baltimore beats Cleveland. Kaiser got a headache and he couldn't finish the game. Like what? Carolina beats Buffalo in a very low-scoring game. Arizona beats Indianapolis. Like, please. If you can't beat Scott Tolzien, you need to take 2 weeks off and retire. Tennessee beats Jacksonville. New England, they come back. Tom Brady throws over 400 yards, and they beat the Saints. Pittsburgh beats Minnesota. Sam Bradford broke his leg. Well, he hurt his leg. He's been out for a while. Tampa Bay beat Chicago. Miami beats the Chargers. Chargers once again. Their kicker sucks. I'm sorry. Lost the game for them again. The Raiders beat the Jets. Washington beats the LA Rams. Seattle, like I said, Burley beat San Francisco. Another team who has to look in the mirror. And yeah, tomorrow we got Monday Night Football. Detroit versus New York. Let me just finish. Last thing I'm going to talk about here tonight on the CE show is the Denver Broncos beating the Dallas Cowboys 42-17. I don't know what the hell happened. I thought they did a nice job of they just focused early on the game on stopping Ezekiel Elliott. They were successful, and then they put the ball where a lot of teams have not been able to do this, make Dak Prescott win the game. And Dak Prescott that was not successful. Dak Prescott struggled. They made him they made him try to win the game for Dallas. Dak Prescott was not successful. Possibly his worst game of his career so far in the NFL. Threw 2 interceptions, only 17 points. That Prescott, I mean, this was a game where he's gonna have to look in the mirror and come back from this, because a lot of people are gonna be talking shit about Dak Prescott because he played his worst game of his career, and now it's kind of like the top. He's gonna have to look in the mirror, Dak Prescott, and try to come back from this. I think he will come back from this, but yes, this was his worst game, and they're gonna have to look. They're gonna have to hope that these other teams I believe they play Arizona next, which is a pretty good defense too. That they don't start copying what Denver did tonight, because if they do, they could have problems. Because something about Dak Prescott, I have talked about this, is that he plays very careful. He plays too careful, where he does not take chances, and he lets Ezekiel Elliott run the ball and make the plays. But if they're gonna start stacking the box with like 9 guys or whatever it is, and they're forcing Dak Prescott to make more plays, this team could be in trouble, because that Prescott is not gonna sling it like a Aaron Rodgers, or a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, or Matt Ryan. Dak Prescott is not that type of quarterback where he's just going to go out there and throw for 300 yards and win the game for you. He needs the running game. If the running game is not there, if teams start copying what Denver did tonight, Dallas Cowboys could be in trouble, because Dak Prescott is not the guy that he's going to sling. He's going to gunsling and throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is not the type of quarterback he is. He is a quarterback who depends a lot on the running game, and then he just does enough to help out and win the game. Tonight, like I said, Carson Wentz, in the first 2 games, he's thrown for over 300 yards, and he still has struggled, but because he's willing to sling the ball out. Where Dak Prescott can have, he's not going to do that. If he has a good game, you look at last week, I told my father, you look at Wentz game and you look at Prescott. Who had a better game? Prescott. Who threw for more yards? Wentz. Because Wentz is willing to sling it a little bit more and throw longer passes, where Dak Prescott's not. He'll leave some yards on the field. So Dallas has got to look in the mirror, look at this film and study it good, and hope Arizona does not come up with a similar game plan. And if they do, Dallas has got to be ready for it and have some answers. Because if they're going to start completely focusing in on Elliott, and they probably are, until Dak Prescott can show them that he can put the ball in his hands and make some plays happen. Now, Des Bryant has got to wake up. Des Bryant tonight had an awful game. Des Bryant the last year and this year has struggled. I don't know what the hell's happening with Des Bryant, but he does not seem to be the guy anymore, that wide receiver that we used in the past. And so Dallas could have some problems if teams start copying what we saw tonight from Denver and start completely focusing on stopping Ezekiel Elliott and forcing Dak Prescott to make some plays. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see what happens with that. It's been a full week. Tomorrow we got Monday Night Football. I will be here on the C Show for that. And until next time, I am C. I am the man that runs the place. And until next time, I will see you later and see you. This thing actually, oh my Lord, please tell me this video. Please tell me I performed tonight. Please tell me. Cannot believe. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, the CE show left me high and dry, and completely. But it looks like tonight we are on the. It looks like tonight I have to. We have a video here tonight. We have a show. We were successful. I was scared. I apologize for that, but it seems like tonight the show recorded on the first try. And now I have to start getting ready. But until next time, I am the man that runs the place, and I will see you later.